My latest nerd obsession is this app called Curio.io, and if you're like me, you've probably seen this app advertised for years, and I never thought twice about it. But then my favorite long-form journalism app, Audm, got purchased by the New York Times, and they made it into New York Times Audio. And while it's an okay app, it just is not the same ecosystem that Audm is for me. I hate when apps try to be like multiple things. I like want to go one place for one thing, which is articles. I don't want to see podcasts. I don't want to see music. I don't want to see live events. I just want articles. But if you're like me, the fees for these, publications are so steep. I mean, I pay for the Atlantic and the New Yorker, but that's already set me back like a few $100. I mean, some of these magazines cost so much money. So I like to do a subscription basis for a long form journalism program like this, where you can listen to the articles. Now, the sad part is that Audm would actually show you the article on the screen as you were listening to it. But Audm is basically very, very similar to this program. And so I feel like I've been able to kind of fall in love with long form journalism again. So here's an example of the homepage. Like, you log in, typically every day there's Informed, which basically will give you like two main articles that are kind of like the buzz of like what's going on right now. You'll see in my feed, these are some either, ones that I had just been listening to, or some new pieces from publications that I frequent. I listen to a lot of The Atlantic. They have this new feature called Curio AI, where you can like type in your name and then just ask a question, and it will generate a podcast episode for you based on their entire catalog of articles, which is pretty cool. Every day you'll see like little tiles from, as new articles come in. We have The Economist, Financial Times, Bloomberg, so many of like the top publications. I like too that there's a manageable amount of articles added each day. Like, typically I've noticed it's about 5 new articles, which is what Audm used to do. And I like to stay on top of my reading. So what I'll do is I'll read the 4 new articles each day and kind of put that as my cap. And I always like to stay on top of whatever's coming out. And I like that it's curated. I like that it's not every single piece the Atlantic's ever written, but just a few pieces. I like that they're really thinking about like who is going to be reading this. It's always human narrators. And then another thing that's pretty cool is you can sort by subject matter. So you can see here at the top, there's these little buttons that are like trending topics. So we have 2024 US candidates, AI, healthcare. So if we clicked AI, it would take us to this screen here, and you'll see they have 209 stories across all of their different publications. There's The Economist, Wire, The Atlantic, Financial Times. I think I listened to the skeptical case on generative AI from the Financial Times, which was quite fascinating. They also will typically feature a listener favorite story. I'm not exactly sure how they choose that, but it's always interesting to see which story makes the cut. Like Masterclass, they're partnering with a lot of celebrities and having a lot of original content there, which is pretty cool. The only thing that I don't understand is the Curio Presents section, which I imagine costs them a lot of money because they're working with some top talent. I mean, they have like the woman from Sex Education too, has like a whole series. They had like JSTOR Daily, all these different things. But for some reason, it's like not at the top. So like it's very easy. It's like kind of, you'd have to scroll pretty far to see this. So I wonder why they don't kind of advertise that a bit more. I like too that they have the editors. Like here we have Jessica Hanak, who's one of the editors of Curio, and she puts her picks. I like that there's editors picks, so then it's like even more centralized of like the best stories, making sure you're really utilizing your time listening to things that are interesting. They also too will do like the stories that are popular and trending. I've listened to a few of these. The Age of Foom Scrolling was interesting. Is Joe Biden electable is interesting. How Donald Trump won the debate he skipped was pretty good. Why China's economy won't be fixed was really fascinating. I don't know why it's showing that I didn't listen to it, but I did because I called my friend about it. And here again, it looks like Jess is the editor-in-chief. Oh my gosh, shout out to Jess if you see this. I literally love your service. But it's really cool because they will show just the editor's picks, which I just really like. I'll probably talk more about this service again soon. Hopefully I can do a more in-depth series about it because I literally listen to it every day. I'm such a convert. I basically just loved Audm so much, and then I was feeling really sad that I was just kind of missing that feeling of listening to just really electric, fascinating articles. And then I just went on Reddit, and this woman said that Curio was the most similar to Audm, and so I downloaded it. I took a leap of faith, and I'm literally obsessed. I'm bought in, baby.